You're awake.
No, I wasn't.
And now you are. So I have evidence that will clear David.
Too late, Devane.
What do you mean too late?
You don't get to play Joan of Arc today. I've already spoken to my superiors. They're clearing things with the local cops, and your boyfriend, David, should be released any minute.
Great.
You're welcome.
Glad to see you're finally doing your job.
Look, if you think this case has been placed in a box and wrapped up with the pretty pink ribbon, you're wrong. I got more news for you.
I do have some more questions for you, Dr. Hayward.
My life is an open book, Lieutenant.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
We're gonna be all right, Leo.
I held a gun on her.
You what?
I held a gun on her so she wouldn't escape.
My mother was crazy, Leo. She was out of her mind.
Yeah, I know, but I just wonder if my holding the gun on her made things worse.
What's gonna hurt more, Leo? Knowing that holding a gun on her mother had a terrible effect on her? Or that it had none at all? We didn't matter to her. Neither one of us. She never loved us. She only loved herself.
I have some news. As you know, my officers couldn't get to your mother's actual accident site because the fire was burning hot in the bottom of the ravine.
Okay?
She wasn't in the passenger seat.
What does that mean? What, did she escape?
No, she was thrown from the car. We have her in an ambulance.
So she's alive?
Yes. Your mother's alive.
She's alive, huh?
The driver was killed on impact, but Vanessa was thrown.
Oh, it's a shame she didn't have the good sense to die as well.
Yeah, well, like you would say, not bloody likely. But I'm sure Vanessa's gonna put up a fight, Devane.
We can get her, though, can't we?
Well, we got a strong case. We've managed to salvage the voice distorter from the records, which is a Proteus trademark. There's that, and then also there's traces of drugs.
So it should be open and shut. I mean, she can't weasel out of this, no matter what she tries, right?
Devane, there are a lot of rocks in this world, and a lot of slimy lawyers crawling underneath them.
Right. But at least now you have proof it's Vanessa, and not David.
Well, when you let your emotions get in the way, they tend to cloud up the facts. Therefore, mistakes are made, yes.
That's quite an admission for you, isn't it?
Hey, I don't like David. You were right, and I was wrong. And that, the paralysis thing, David had nothing to do with it.
Oh, we're making such progress today, Mr. Sam.
Hey, I didn't have any choice. The therapist, the specialist that the Bureau sent here to check me out, his analysis, it was the bullet and not David.
I'm sure David would be happy to accept your apology.
Apology? I didn't hear any apology. Just because I'm able to face facts doesn't make your pal one of the good guys, and there's nothing that says David wasn't aiding and abetting Vanessa all along.
Is Vanessa conscious? Did she say anything about kidnapping Maggie?
No, she was unresponsive, but the doctors will check her out thoroughly when they get her to the hospital.
Did they find any clues? Anything to tell us where Maggie is?
No word about your cousin at all. But the next thing we have to do is we have to find anybody who had contact with your mother in the past few days.
Maybe we can help.
You're still gonna go after David in spite of everything you've just
I
said.
am sure that David is not Proteus, but there's evidence against him.
Such as?
Well, I'm not allowed to share that information with you right now, but here's something you can answer that might help your good doctor. How did Vanessa learn to induce heart attacks? The internet?
You've got nothing on David.
Look, as long as I have my doubts, I'm going to pursue him.
You're the only one that has doubts. You.
Why is this so important to you?
Is it personal?
Is it personal?
Yes, it's personal. David's been through enough.
See, that wasn't so hard, was it? You know, Devane, it's the soft spot in our hearts that make us such good lawmen.
Thanks for the endorsement. Now, about that police commissioner job. Where's this recommendation you promised me? You know, I don't expect you to admit that I cracked the Proteus case for you, but I do expect a recommendation. Thank you very much.
Oh, you expect my influence to overturn the fact that you have a known association with David Hayward, who, by the way, is not one of the most revered citizens in Pine Valley, except in your mind.
You owe me, Stamp.
Why? Because you got to pick and choose the information you gave me?
No! I gave you everything you needed to get your suspect.
Yeah,
Everything.
only when you knew my suspect wasn't your boyfriend.
You can't do it, can you? You just can't say, good work, Devane.
And what about the cabin, huh? What about the cabin that I had to find on my own when you were already pretty
on your
familiar with?
own.
Was that because back then you were still had your doubts about him?
No, if I'd had doubts about David, I would have been the first. I would have. Oh, you know. Forget it. What's the use? You recommend me or not, because you're going to do whatever the hell you want to anyway.
You got that right.
So just get better. Oh, I saw that the dessert today is tapioca. Oh, yummy, yum.
Wait a minute. There's something I forgot to tell you. Oh, yeah. You did a great job, Devane. Thank you.
Well, what do you know about my mother?
Well, we saw her. We didn't expect to see anybody there.
We heard that Vanessa is some kind of a drug lord.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine she was involved in something so criminal.
Yeah, where did you see her?
Oh, we saw Vanessa at the old pump house.
Well, okay, was anybody with her? Because our cousin Maggie is missing.
Well, I thought she might have been hiding a lover in there, but it could have been your cousin.
The temperatures dipped below freezing last night. If my mother left her there, she could be dying.
I'll get some of my officers to check it out.
I want to go.
No, I can't let you do that.
And if my cousin is there, she might need medical help.
We don't even know that she's there.
I'll go.
Yeah, Leo, go. Okay, hurry.
Good luck.